Hello students, how are you? I'm Miss Sonia, your English tutor for today. Now we're going to do a little bit on listening and reading, and I want you to listen carefully to what I'm going to read out to you. Now, please remember, listen carefully to the passage I'm about to read. Listen carefully to the text. You are required to answer some related questions after this. My mother loves Kuala Lumpur, her hometown, very much. My father, who hails from Perak, however, always irritates her by saying that Kuala Lumpur is made up of robots as its citizens and a concrete jungle as its setting. Does mother care? No. She's always boasting to everyone about the national pride, which is the Petronas Twin Towers. The Petronas Twin Towers are situated within the heart of the city and tower almost 1,500 feet above the capital, being two of the city's most famous landmarks. They provide outstanding views from the sky bridge on the 41st floor, which links the two towers, and are visible from just about anywhere you stand in Kuala Lumpur proper. Well, father has no choice but to agree with mother that Petronas Twin Towers are indeed everyone's symbol of pride. Now, wasn't that an interesting passage on the Petronas Twin Towers? I hope you listen carefully because I'm about to ask you a few questions. Now, before we go into the questions, let's read the instructions. Please choose true or false for the following statements. Now, let's go to the questions. The writer's father comes from Perak. True or false? The writer's mother gets angry with the writer's father all the time. True or false? The Petronas Twin Towers are the most popular landmark in Malaysia. True or false? The sky bridge can be seen only from certain spots in Kuala Lumpur. True or false? The writer's father also likes the Petronas Twin Towers. True or false? Now, I hope you got all your answers correct. Let's check each question. The writer's father comes from Perak. True or false? And the answer is true. The writer's mother gets angry with the writer's father all the time. And the answer is false. The Petronas Twin Towers are the most popular landmark in Malaysia. What do you think the answer is? The answer is true. The sky bridge can be seen only from certain spots in Kuala Lumpur. And the answer is false. And your last question, the writer's father also likes the Petronas Twin Towers. The answer is true. Now, I hope you've got all your answers correct. But if you didn't, it's alright. I've got the next passage and we can try it together. going to read this passage together. I want you to look at the passage and let's read it together. My father loves to travel. Therefore, every holiday he sends us packing and off we go, romping to the different parts of Malaysia. I must say that there has not been one holiday that I have regretted following my family. Last holidays, my father decided that we should visit Sarawak. He started making plans as early as last January. My father never forgets that it is a family outing, so we, the family members, get to partake in the planning stage as well. I had always wanted to go on a river safari, so I insisted that Dad include the river safari in the itinerary. Mother was quite displeased, but the rest of us managed to coax her into agreeing with us. Finally, last November, on a wet morning, we boarded Air Asia heading for Sarawak. The rain did not dampen our spirits, thank God. We reached there in the afternoon, so we decided not to waste time in our hotel rooms. My father quickly got directions to the Sarawak Museum, and as it was a Sunday, we made a beeline to the Sunday market. Mom had a wonderful time shopping for some mats and handicrafts at the market. The river safari was scheduled the next day, so I could not sleep the night before. I was really looking forward to it. The river safari was a 4-hour journey along the Scrung River, and we got to visit Iban Longhouses. The safari was such a thrilling affair as it occasionally shot through the rapids. After that, we visited the other tourist spots. The week-long holiday was filled with walking, meeting people of various ethnic backgrounds, and eating. My family had such a fun time that when we reached the airport to board the plane heading home, we felt a tinge of sadness. You see, in the city, we see very little of our working parents. We only get to spend 24 uninterrupted hours with our parents during holidays of such nature, and I savor every moment. Now that we've actually gone through the passage, let's go through some questions. I want you to listen carefully. Based on the passage, answer the questions below. Where did the writer go for holidays? Why does the writer's father include everyone in the planning stage? Now, let's go to question 3. Name 2 places that the writer's family visited. Name 2 places that the writer's family visited. Why did the family feel sad on their way home? Why did the family feel sad on their way home? Now, for the last question, it may seem a little bit different, but I'm sure you can find the answers. Give the meanings of the following words and phrases. First word, romping. Romping. Second phrase, made a beeline. Made a beeline. Tinge. Tinge. And the last word, savor. Savor. Now, I hope you have all your answers. Please remember that answers have to be in full sentences. Let's go through each question. The first question. Where did the writer go for holidays? Where did the writer go for holidays? Now the answer is, the writer went to Sarawak for the holidays. To look for the answer in the passage, you can see it. Last holidays, my father decided that we should visit Sarawak. On to the next question. Why does the writer's father include everyone in the planning stage? Why does the writer's father include everyone in the planning stage? And the answer is, holidays are a family affair. Okay, holidays are a family affair. Let's look for the answer in the passage. As you can see, my father never forgets that it is a family outing, so we, the family members, get to partake in the planning stage as well. On to the next question. Name 2 places that the writer's family visited. Name 2 places that the writer's family visited. Now, for the third question, it says, name 2 places that the writer's family visited. There are more than 2 answers to this question, and I have chosen the museum and the Sunday market. Let's see where I got my answers from. My father quickly got directions to the Sarawak Museum. As it was a Sunday, we made a beeline to the Sunday market. Next question. Why did the family feel sad on their way home? Why did the family feel sad on their way home? What do you think the answer is? Their time together was coming to an end. Their time together was coming to an end. Let's look for this answer in the passage. My family had such a fun time that when we reached the airport to board the plane heading home, we felt a tinge of sadness. Now for question number 5, you are required to give the meanings of the following words and phrases. Let's start with the first word. Romping. Now the meaning of romping is travelling. As you can see in the passage, therefore, every holiday he sends us packing and off we go romping to the different parts of Malaysia. Now the word romping in this text literally means to move from one place to another. On to our next word. Now this is a phrase. It says, made a beeline. Made a beeline means to rush towards. Let's look at the phrase in the passage. My father quickly got directions to the Sarawak Museum, and as it was a Sunday, we made a beeline to the Sunday market. Now, to make a beeline to the Sunday market is to head towards a destination. Let's go on to the next word. Now, the next word is tinge. Tinge. Now, the meaning of tinge is a little. Let's look at the word in the passage. My family had such a fun time that when we reached the airport to board the plane heading home, we felt a tinge of sadness. The meaning of the word in the passage means a little bit of sadness. Now let's go on to our last word. Our last word is savor. Savor. Now the meaning of savor is enjoy it as much as we can. Let's look at the word in the passage. We only get to spend 24 uninterrupted hours with our parents during holidays of such nature, and I savor every moment. Now, the meaning of savor is to take enjoyment in something. Well, we've come to the end of our lesson, and I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Let's do a recap on what we learned today. We learned how to listen to a text and answer questions. And we also read a passage together and we answered questions, plus we did some vocabulary. We learned the meanings of certain words and phrases. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Well, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching iTTV. I'm Miss Sonia. Bye.